morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. Wow, this week flew by super fast. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. If you're here with me in Discord or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Viking Trader Scott Bro, Julius Darren, Dr. Purple 8, Mixter, Amateur Genius, Cyrus Vibe Trade, SW, Redberg, good morning, Dr. Purple 8, Astro Nerd, Big Sky Futures Trade today, Spastric, Charisse, A Trades Flyer, Jim Luna. What's up, Mark V? Good morning, Sean Matthews, Jay Scott, Sarah Lucas. Good afternoon to you, Sarah. Joining us all the way across the pond. Good morning, Raymond. Juan, Justin, who is Charty B, Mark O. That's something. We have a Marco and a Mark O. Hamza, Sunrise Driver, Tony. Good morning, G-Man, Silent NW. Good morning, Scotty. How you doing, Dips? Brian, Francine, Jims S, Wit, Davy Edge Bird. How y'all doing this morning? Mo Trades, Marco, Akil, Jeff Hall, good morning. Solo, Jeff Ron, Cameron, good morning. What's up, Cabo? How's everybody doing this morning? I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit tired this morning. Got home late last night. Good morning, Market Stalker D in the building. Give it up for D. One of Top Step's very talented traders out there. Market Stalker D in the building. Current Dula, good morning. How did poker go? It went. We had a field of about 1,000 entrants. They paid 84 spots. And I busted out at right at like 101st place. Right on the bubble, unfortunately. I was so tired. It got to the point where I was counting out my chips and I literally couldn't even do the math on how many chips. I mean, I was exhausted. Started playing at 11 o'clock and I busted out like right around like 9 something. So it was almost 12 hours straight of playing poker. And I usually go to bed at like 8 o'clock. So my brain stopped functioning and there's only so many Red Bulls that you could drink. So first place, about $1 million cash. Bounties range from $500 to $100,000. So every single time you bust somebody out, you get a bounty ticket. So, let's just say that you got 4 bounty tickets. You draw 4 tickets that are for $100,000, you make an extra $400,000 on top. So, yeah, it was, I had a table change. I was playing basically the whole day with Phil Locke at my table. For you poker people out there who, have been watching poker for a while. Phil Locke was known as the Unabomber. He's a little bit older now. I used to watch him, 10, 15 years ago. And he said I was insane. He said it was really funny. We had some fun table talk. It was really, really fun. But I'm exhausted. It was a long day. And then to come up on the bubble. I mean, it was my own fault too. I mean, at that point, I was so tired. I probably should have just stayed out of hands. The average stack size when I busted out was about 180,000 and I was sitting with about 275,000. So I could have just coasted in to the payout. But, I really wanted to play a bunch of hands and get up there. I was almost chip lead a couple times throughout the tournament, which was great. But yeah, poker's the one thing I can pull long stretches of. And it was a lot of fun. And we'll be doing some more of that type of content here soon. At that place, are you still just collecting chips? What do you mean? Am I going to be televised? No. If a final table, maybe there would be some kind of coverage on the final table. But the World Series of Poker is concluded pretty much now. Not playing for places. Well, they paid 84. So 84 spots got paid and I was busting out like right at 101. If you're a chip leader, should be bullying the lower stacks. But if you're Brandon's Bird, maybe not. Yeah, no, that's what I was doing. But I ran into, I think it was like, third in chips. And I had just done a table change. And so I had no idea how the person had played. And they were betting really aggressively into a board where I had top pair and they had top and bottom pair. So, I mean, it was very strange because it's like, you're the only person who's going to pay you off is somebody like me who thinks that you're just betting on complete mountain air, or, I mean, you're just going to get dominated by a set. So I didn't really understand the line of play that they took. And I mean, I was exhausted. I'm sure maybe with a clearer head that I could have done better, but I was completely exhausted. Appears a poker player had an earpiece and had it off after winning. Yeah, I don't know why that clip is circulating. The dude had an AirPod in, and he gives the person a hug, and he's just pulling his AirPod out. It's nothing. I mean, I don't know why that's circulating. Like, the dude who's hugging the dude from the stands has his AirPods and rubs up against him, and his AirPod falls out, and so it's nothing. Got that short early, up 9,000. There you go. Hey, nice work, Mr. Griffin. Let's see here. Yeah, I was drinking sugar-free Red Bulls, but I mean, they aren't Celsius, I'll tell you what. And 12 hours is a long time. And when it's like, you know, I usually wind down for the evening around like 6 or 7 and then fall asleep at like 8 or 9. So yeah, for me, it was just like, I was very, very, very exhausted. Very, very, very exhausted. Yeah, nobody was cheating. Nobody's cheating. Why are you surprised to hear that? No, I wasn't surprised to hear that. I'm big on table talk and having a good time. I'm usually not one of those people who just kind of sits and I like to stir things up at the table. Hey, good morning, Niffertic. Good to see you here. My condolences, they didn't have Celsius available for you. I know, I don't understand. Yeah, Red Bull is just not it. Have I tried the C4 Smart Energy Drink? I've tried C4. Doesn't C4, didn't they used to make Jack 3D, or was that a different company? I think it was the same company that makes C4. Did Jack 3D. Have you played on a table that a person just goes all in all the time? Yeah, sure. Sometimes I'm that person. Depends on how many chips you have, depends on what the levels are, depends on the structure of the tournament, how fast the blinds are going up. There's all these variables. It's a lot like trading. There's no one right way to play poker. There's no one right way to trade. But I've been playing poker for 25 years, and I've been playing tournament poker for a good majority of that. And it's tournament poker is different than live poker. The OG Jack 3D was liquid meth. Yeah, they changed something. It had methyl something in it. But yeah, that stuff would really get you going. At least 25. Yeah, I started right out of the womb there. Wonder if that's covered before the VWAP. Well, this market right now is super thin. I don't really see any opportunities. We do have, as far as news goes, I'm trying to delay the news announcement because usually, 15 minutes in the stream, everybody comes in and says, hey, there's news out, right? So we'll wait. We'll wait for everybody to get in here before we start talking about the news. Redline Energy, is that not out anymore? Didn't they have like the size of the 5-hour energies? Didn't they used to have that? But no, I mean, I maybe lost like an hour of sleep, but that's it. Nothing big. We have not traded yet today. There you go. No trades yet today. Hey, Coach Jay is with us. Good morning, Coach Jay. So we got D, Nick for a tick, and Coach Jay. Wow. What a Thursday. Drink some coconut water today because you are tired. I'm not tired. I mean, what's going on? I was just talking about how I lost like an hour of sleep. I'm fine. Yeah, where's Dolby? That's what I want to know. Where the heck is Dolby? Good morning, Kenny. Good to see you. It would be a dream to go play a tourney at the Wynn. Yeah, they play tourneys at the Wynn all the time. I mean, they have their summer classic that's still going on. I think there's a few more tournaments. Let me see. When is the final tournaments here? Last one was today. Wow, final tournament is today. Let's see. What is the last tournament here? It's probably like a casino employee one. Yeah, there you go. Casino employees. Yeah, so there you go. That's so when the World Series comes into town, the Venetian does some stuff, the Wynn does some stuff, maybe even Resorts World now. But Venetian has a couple more deep stack tournaments. I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think it's like a $500,000 guarantee. But I don't know if I'll be playing in that. Probably play some cash games if there's any action. But there you go. Made bank yesterday. No, I busted out on the bubble, so I didn't get any payout. But first place, close to $1 million, around that. $1 million. They're playing the final table today. So if I would have bagged chips, I would have had an opportunity of that today. But very exhausted. Didn't make it. Am I waiting for the ECB rate decision? Do we have that today? Not on my schedule. Let me see. No, I don't even have that on my schedule. Let me see when that actually is. ECB rate decision. That is in 3 minutes. I don't know why that didn't come up as a discussable thing here on one of my main news sources, but yeah, that's in 4 minutes. So let's see what happens. I'm waiting more for jobless claims, but we got the press conference at 8:45. What is the expectation here? I'm guessing it's a hold. Yeah, we're expecting to hold. So let's see. All different buy-ins, generally a few $1,000. It depends, right? So they have some tournaments that are like $100,000 buy-ins, some tournaments are $50,000 buy-ins, some tournaments are $100 buy-ins, 500. It all ranges. It's all over the place depending on the structure, the tournament, and everything. Yeah, I don't really expect the ECB to move the markets all that much. So we'll get that ECB rate decision in about 2 minutes here. So I don't expect anything crazy, but jobless claims should be good. Initial and continuing jobless claims. And that's the one I want to watch. If the buy-in is $1,500, how do they get all the money for the prize pool? What do you mean? So if there's 1,500 people and 1,000 people enter, that's 1.5 million in the prize pool, right? I don't really understand the question. Good morning, Rips. Why do you look so tired? Because I was at your mom's house last night. Boom. What are the top 3 factors you consider before taking a trade? I would say... I don't know. By the 6th time somebody's asking me that, I just... do I really look that tired or something? Oh, goodness. What was your largest live poker tournament payout? The 15K WSOP main? I'm not sure. I'd have to check. Top 3 factors. All right, let's see what happens with the ECB. I gotta get my hotkeys all set up here just in case. Gammy Capital here too. Oh my gosh, look at this. We got a room full of all-stars here. Ribs, if you're my dad, I want child support. Oh, you folks are fun this morning. All right, 30 seconds. Let's see. See what happens here. See if there's anything that we could possibly trade. All righty, let's go, let's go. So this news is going to run out the bottom, take out my stop loss and run higher. Yes, sometimes that's how it works. I mean, it's probably just going to sweep liquidity both sides. Unchanged, as expected. Look at the markets, they're going crazy. Data dependent, meeting by meeting approach. Shocker. they're going to discontinue their reinvestments at the end of 2024. So that's sort of like, the balance sheet for the Fed shrinking as well. Sort of like QT, but not. 5 points on the NQ. Yeah, exactly. What levels do we have? This is what we're looking at right now on the NQ. Looking for a 20,082 3/4. And looking for that to potentially go up to 131 1/4 and reject. But got to wait for jobless claims, I think. That's going to be in 14 minutes here. So here's what we have for the news since we have everybody in here now. So, hey, let's go ahead and hit that lucky like button. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you're subscribed to the stream with your notifications turned on so you get notified anytime we go live here. But we do have the jobless claims alongside the Philly Fed Business Outlook. That's going to be out in 14 minutes. Jobless claims, I will have some previews here out soon. Let's see. Yeah, we got all the analysts in. So initial jobless claims looking at 229,000, which is higher than the prior 222,000 print. Continuing claims right around the same, 1.856 million. Prior claims were 1.852. So expecting claims to slightly come up and the continuing claims rather slightly to come up and the initial jobless claims to come up by about 7,000 there. So more people out of work, that would be good for the economy. Most of the open interest in SPYs on the upside. What would that mean? I mean, I'm sure if you looked at the puts, I'm sure that there's going to be some open interest there as well. I really do. Good morning, the brand. Yesterday, due to Top Step issues, my account hit daily loss limit. Also, after renewal, account balance didn't reset and account suspended message. We're going to have a valid payment method. Please ask MP. All right, hold on. There's somebody in chat that wants me to say hi. Okay. Can you explain why 20,082 3/4 is a level for you? If you look left, let's do 30 minutes here. If you look left here, it was sort of these topping areas, this topping tail back in late June here. All these topping areas. So it's an area that we're rejecting. So if that becomes new support over here, wherever it is, there we go. Then we can use that as a level of support. So it's been an area that's been rejecting. This is your higher area of rejection right now. So if this kind of rejects here, we're going to be looking to take the market lower. Simple as that. Using what the market tells us here. Do you blame the platform when you win? Please ask MB to bring some eggs when he comes to Scotland. Forgot to buy those. Got it. I will do that as well. Also, any orders for lunch, let me know, and I'll let MP know to bring that by as well. Do you share your levels on Top Step? They haven't really asked me to, so I have not personally. How do you keep them in line on the chart? Once they get hit, do you get rid of them? No, I usually keep them on the chart. I'm removing them if we come back to those levels and it interacts and it kind of disregards that level. That's, if a level is kind of disregarded, like right here, we've had this level, but it wasn't disregarded. Right here wasn't disregarded. These are levels that we've had on the chart. This level is still not being disregarded, so we're going to continue to keep it. Same with down here, same with down here. We keep it on the chart as long as it's not being disregarded by the price action. Simple as that. Did you see the NQ weekly value chart I posted earlier? Yesterday's low is pretty cool area to reverse. Nice work there, SW. Good morning, Discount. How you doing? Still laughing about that DM. How many trading strategies did you go through before finding what worked for you? It took me about 3 years. About 3 years to get there. But it was a lot of getting my hands dirty, I learned by doing. I learned by watching and then learned by doing. So if it's like, so you're going to tell me about something, I'd rather learn by doing it. You showing me is one thing, but me actually doing it and pressing the buttons is another thing. So that was part of my learning process, was going through losing a bunch of money doing that going through and seeing, okay, this works, this doesn't work. Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's not. Can we maybe get paid in crypto, have that option in the future? I have no idea. Wise, maybe PayPal, and Wires and ACH, I think is how you can get paid out right now. Around 32 million in prize money is paid just for the top 10 of the WSOP with 1.5 million in entry fees. That does not make any sense. 1.5 million in entry fees, no. That's not true at all. So it's $10,000 to enter the main event. I think they had how many entries? Like 15,000 entrants this year. That's $150 million in the prize pool. So nope, wrong. Rips on Bookmap, do you change the time frame to match your chart time frame? No, I use it like a tick chart. So I'm like zooming in and out. So like this is how I use Bookmap right here. So if I want to see like what's going on very closely in this area of price action, I'm going to zoom in. If I want to see what's happening back more, I'm going to zoom out and look at it like that. So I'm constantly zooming in and zooming out of my Bookmap. Put me down for 2 steak burritos for lunch. I got you, Stumpy. No worries. Can you be successful just charting and using technical analysis, or must you view things like options chains, market tide, et cetera, to increase your chance to be successful? So if you look at the way Dakota trades, he's heavy on technical analysis, and he does just fine. So to answer your question, I mean, there's no right way to trade, but he's proven that with just technical analysis, you can be successful. So proof is in the pudding. He showed that that's possible. So I would say resoundingly yes. Are your cats AI? No, not last time I checked. I do post them on my Instagram though. All the time. I actually have a difficult behavioral question. Not sure if you can answer, but how would you approach trading if you needed the money and had to factor that in how you see the market? It's a good question. And I like to talk about this type of stuff. If you need the money, I would not be trading straight up. And that's tough love for you. I know that there's a want for things, but I've seen way too many people. I've been mentoring people for a very, very long time. And I've seen all different walks of life come in. But I will tell you this, the people who are most successful, at least in my limited scope of people that I've mentored throughout the years, the most successful traders are the ones who either have an alternate source of income or are not relying on that income to trade, right? Meaning that I've had people that say, all right, I'm going to drop everything because I know, like, I've heard David Goggins say, you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. So I'm just going to quit all my jobs and quit everything. And I'm just going to focus 100%, all of everything into trading. And you know what? That's the way it's going to go. And I'm just going to do it. And because I'm so focused, it's going to work out. No, quite the contrary. You're probably going to fail. And that's the harsh truth. If you're dropping everything, quitting your job and focusing solely on this because it's like, well, if I just say like, it's got to work because this is where my sole focus is, that's most likely going to blow up in your face. It's not how it works, because you have to look at it this way. The tool that you need to be successful in trading is money. Thankfully, we have prop firms now, so there's a little bit of relaxation there, but playing with prop firms still costs money, right? You have to pay for combines, you have to pay for resets, you have to pay for your XFA fee. And then if you get called up to live, you have to pay a monthly fee for your professional fee. There's fees involved in every which way. Trading is not cheap. Even with prop firms, it can get expensive, especially if you don't have a good handle on your self-control. If you have a lack of self-control, you can spiral out of control and be buying combine after combine, reset after reset. So there's always a risk, right? If you're quitting your job because you want to make it as a trader, you're going to get smoked. Because money, as humans, is our source of life, right? That is our lifeblood. Money is our lifeblood. If you ever seen that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. But like they represent how much time you have left on your life with some kind of implant in your arm, and then they exchange it. And I mean, it's essentially the way that money works, right? If you have a lot of money, you're afforded a lot of freedom and time. If you don't have a lot of money, you're desperate for time and desperate for freedom. So when it comes to trading, if you put all of that pressure on yourself to actually perform, but you also need that lifeblood to survive, you're risking your survival to be able to make decisions where you're in a high stress environment. It just doesn't work. It literally doesn't work, period. And maybe you're one of the lucky ones. But honestly, like, why would you want to put yourself in that position? You should be trading when you have money that you can comfortably lose and comfortably pay into a market tuition. It's like if you're going to college to learn a specialty, like you're going to be a lawyer, a doctor, or you're going to a specialty school, you're not expecting that you're going to be making money right out of the gates. And the same thing should be said for trading. If you're dropping everything to be a trader, you're going to get smoked. It's just the way that it works. I mean, I know there's probably some people that are watching that don't want to hear this, but again, this is that tough love that you need to hear. I don't know a single person, Discount even said this, never met anyone that's done that and is successful. And it's true. When I first was learning to trade, I had money to burn into trading, and I lost a lot of money doing it. MP, I know, lost $90,000 when he first started trading. It's part of paying your market tuition. And if you don't have money to lose, you're going to be trading scared in a way that if you finally get a position going in your way, all of a sudden you're going to be factoring, oh, I'm up $500 in this trade. Wow, $500 would cover a portion of my rent. It could pay for these bills that I have piling up. It could do this, it could do that. When in reality, the market has no idea about any of these auxiliary factors. You need to be focused on what's going on in this trade. Does this trade have room to make me more points to the upside? Should I be trailing my stop here? And you'll find that the people who are desperate for money are sitting there and saying, it's green, I got to take it off. And then guess what? It goes even further green. And now you have FOMO because now you're thinking about, if I would have just kept it on, then I could have made this much more. And that much money would have changed my life in this way, right? All of that is a terrible thing to bring into trading. It's crazy. And I see that in a lot of people that I've mentored, and I always steer them away from it. If anybody ever comes to me and says, I'm dealing with financial stress, I try to steer them away from it. I say, you shouldn't be trading. That's why we had that talk, I think it was on Monday or so, where I said, if $49 is a lot of money to you, there's no reason that you should ever be trading. It's not how this works. This is an expensive sport. It's an expensive thing to do, and you need to have the financial means to be doing it. Obviously, prop firms release a little bit of that financial pressure, but relieve a little bit of that financial pressure. But in reality, it's still very expensive, and it's going to take time to get there. So if you're desperate for capital, come back and visit trading. Trading's not going anywhere, right? That's the best part. Trading's going to be around for a very, very long time. So why don't you wait until you're in a better financial position where you're not going to have that financial stress and you can leave those winners running? You're going to end up way better in the long term. And if you don't have the capital to do it and you're still interested in trading, just only exclusively paper trade. You can trade on Trade-Evate. Ninja Trader has a paper trading thing. Just trade on paper. There's no rush. Trading's not going anywhere. Get yourself in a good financial position and then visit trading where you can actually put money into the market, money into prop firms. That's what I would say. Because trading is the only hope. Yeah, if that's the case, then don't be trading. Don't do that at all. Yeah, and trading shouldn't be the means to hope. I mean, especially when people are posting, like I saw there was a trader who posted they had their biggest day ever on Top Step, $100,000 day. Big congratulations to that trader out there. But that's the thing that fuels that type of desperate mindset where it's like, man, if that was just me for one day and I had $100,000, boy, that $100,000 would change my life. That's insane. Like, it's not going to be you. I'm sorry. It's just not. It ain't going to be you. That person's probably been trading for 5-6 years, maybe even longer, but it ain't going to be you. Tough love. It ain't going to be you. And if that you're sitting there thinking like, oh, $100,000 would change my life. It'd turn everything around for me. I'm so desperate right now. Guess what? It ain't going to be you. It sucks, but it's the truth. Nobody else is going to drop it on you like that, but I'm just trying to be real with you. I don't want to give you the hopes and dreams of like, oh, it could be you. Just keep putting yourself in debt. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, here we go. Print time. $243, way higher. Everything's coming in hotter. Even the Philly Fed business outlook, which is not great for the markets. Continuing claims are a little bit slightly higher, but jobless claims at 243,000 versus a 229 estimate. I'm sure that's going to be revised too. I'm sure that number is a bunch of crap. You have to think about it this way too, because I don't know if I'm going to trade on this print now, because it doesn't look like it's giving me anything that I like. It's still too thin right now. See what happens up here at 131. But like, just imagine like you go to a golf course and you're sitting there and you're like, do you know how much Pro Tour golfers make? Oh my gosh, they make so much money. I'm going to quit my job and become a Pro Tour golfer. What are your odds of success with that? Crazy town. It's even worse with trading. The tool for success in trading is money, because you're putting on risk. It's like poker, essentially. You know, you have to risk money to make money. But in poker, if you talk to any poker player out there, it's very interesting. Like, a poker player is not going to spend $1,000 going shopping for clothes, but they're going to risk $1,000 on a hand if they think that they have good odds to win it. And they're not going to look at the same thing. One is like a tool for their job. The other is flagrant spending. My wife's business supports me and it makes me feel terrible. So hopefully this works out eventually and I can pay her back for everything she's been doing for me over this last 2 years I've been trading. Well, I mean, again, if you have the financial freedom to be doing so, then paying that market tuition with that money that you have that's, you know, spending money, then that's fine. Thank you for that. I think being a good trader would require me to be a type of man that unfortunately I'm not, with a lot of self-control. I've been doing it for 1 year and still no payout. I mean, and again, I had no success not no success, but I didn't have consistent success for a very long time when I first started trading. It takes a long time to turn that corner. Some people do it sooner than later. Some people have a certain type of mindset for it, but for the most part, it takes a long time. It's a very long journey. The end result is very good, but it takes a long time to build there. And I don't think that the people who are desperate for cash are going to get there any sooner. I think that it will take them much longer. Why does it take a long time? It's because there's so many different scenarios that play out, so many different patterns that play out. And it's counterintuitive to your human emotion. You have to learn to take losses over and over and over, and that just doesn't make any sense, right? There's very few things where it's okay to lose that makes sense, where it's like in trading, you expect to lose often. Poker is a game of probability and self-control. Sounds like trading, right? Just like trading. That's just like trading. Trading, you need self-control, you need discipline, and you're playing probabilities, right? You're putting on a trade. You don't know if that trade is going to be a winner or a loser, but you have a decent probabilistic chance if you're putting on a decent trade, right? Russell moved more on that print than NQ did. It still wasn't a ton, but a bigger move. Yeah, Russell's been going crazy lately. People will go to school for 8 years to get a job to make $75K a year, but expect to make money after a month or two of trading. Exactly right. It's very true. It's the same thing though. I mean, you really have to have disposable income in order to be able to learn to trade, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you can learn on a simulator, but again, I mean, you don't have any skin in the game, right? Rips, you're dropping truth. When you're desperate for your payout, your emotions take over from logic. Till you learn how to break that cycle, take losses. When logic and plan does not worm. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if you're very desperate, you're always going to fail at trading, in my opinion. That's from what I've seen. If you're very desperate, you're going to fail at trading. Rips, I passed the combine 3 times to blow up all XFAs. Any advice? Switch over to micros when you're trading the XFAs. That's what I would do. Day trading professions like starting up a new business. In the beginning, there are a few days we make money, more that costs us to stay in the business. Ramp up time is usually 18 months. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, small businesses are another thing that, I mean, if you look up the statistics on small business failures, it's tremendous. People think that starting a small business is this fun and easy thing. It's insanely stressful, and it's your odds of success are very low. I've had way more companies that I've started and failed at than I have had successes. But in the long term, your successes should cover your failures and much more. In the same way with trading, if you keep your losers small, your winners should make up for it, even if they're gapped for farther and farther apart. This whole problem could be solved with the trading combine because you risk less and most people can afford the monthly rate. Correct. But again, we talked about this a little bit. If that monthly rate is expensive to you, then you shouldn't be doing this. And also, if you don't have self-control, you might find yourself resetting more often than you'd want to and going on tilt and tilt resetting. There's a lot of different things that you can open up the door to, which you have to be careful of. You have to know yourself, right? And that's where it comes to being a responsible adult. I would love to have a Snickers bar right now. I'm not going to because I'm a grown adult male. And that would be outrageously irresponsible to be chomping down a Snickers bar at 5:30 in the morning. I would love one though. But I'm an adult male and I have responsibilities and I have discipline. You have to look in the mirror and say, okay, can I actually do this or am I getting out of control? If you can't find yourself having discipline when it comes to trading, well, maybe it's not for you. Maybe there's another time in your life that you should be doing it. Right? You're not you when you're hungry. Oh, sorry. Dang it. Now I want Snickers. Now Snickers is never going to sponsor the stream. I know. What am I thinking? But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going to go eat junk food. Snickers is not junk food. It's very good. No. You have to have responsibilities. You have to have discipline. If you don't have discipline and responsibility, then, you know, you can make a combine go out of control and be rebuying and reloading over and over and over, right? It all comes down to discipline. You hit the nail on the head. You can look at it, someone's life, and tell if they're disciplined and will be successful before they even try to start trading. Yeah. And discipline is something that you don't ever reach the finish line with. Discipline is something you wake up and you practice every single day. You can lose discipline overnight. You can lose discipline overnight. Get knocked around enough times, you're going to lose discipline. I've had days where in my past, in my trading, I have gone on complete and crazy monkey tilt. And that's called a complete lack of discipline. And you look back after that and you go, oh, shoot. Can we do the undo part? Can we go back? Can I get that money back? Hey, wait, hold on. I was just kidding. That was just me being emotional. Can we go back really quick? Can we rewind? Right? That's how you feel about it. But I'm telling you, it's every single day you have to wake up and practice discipline. But the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to continue to practice discipline. But you never stop practicing it. It's an all day, all life thing. And it's really up to you. And I've always found that in my life, the more discipline that I have, the higher my quality of life goes up. I don't have to do certain things in my life, but my quality of life goes up the more that I'm doing these certain things. I don't have to wake up as early as I do, but I enjoy doing it because it creates a better outcome in my life. Top Step Back has a new feature, Control Z to undo. Wouldn't that be great? Is it easier to be on tilt in poker or trading? You know, they're one and the same. In my younger years, I used to go on tilt. Not often, but I would tilt, right? It would happen. Sometimes tilt can pay out in trading and in poker, but that's not good because it reinforces bad habits. You're getting rewarded for doing the wrong thing. Over the years, I mean, males develop their prefrontal cortex at around 28 years old. I've been playing poker for 25 years. I've been trading for 10 years. So when you develop that prefrontal cortex, you get better at the decision-making process. But before then, males specifically have a very difficult time handling those types of emotions. And that can create risk-taking behavior. Right? And so in life, you can find yourself getting in precarious situations because you can't manage your own personal risks. Got 25 years, 3 years to pump this brain. There you go. But it's all relative, right? It's all one and the same. The more disciplined you are in life, the more disciplined you are with trading and whatever you're doing, poker, golf, tennis, whatever it is that you're doing, the more disciplined you are, the better it's going to pay off. How will gold and silver react during a collapse in the USA markets? It should go up and gain power. Generally, when equities get burned, gold becomes a safe haven because money doesn't just evaporate. It can, but for the most part, these funds need to relocate their funds to somewhere else. Just made $1,200 on my XFA with this trade. Nice work there, Crypto Queen. Let's go. Ribs is exactly why I'm here. You got a great outlook and wiser than your age shows. Thank you, Flyer Jim. Appreciate you. Ask yourself, how much money do you need, and are you willing to risk 100% of what you have left? If yes, try a casino first to test your resolve. No, then get a steady paycheck job. Yeah, there's the old adage for gamblers out there. You know, you don't take to the casino more money than you could stomach to lose. Let's just say like you're comfortable losing like $2,000 at a casino. You don't go with $10,000 because I promise you're going to lose $10,000. And then you're going to say, well, I only expect to lose $2,000. Well, why'd you bring 10? It's the same thing. Trading, you don't expect to lose because we're humans. We have a positive outlook on things. You don't expect to lose, but I mean, you really need to reframe your thought process to say, you know, if I were to lose this, how would I feel? And if the answer is terrible and I can't afford to lose, then you shouldn't be trading, right? That's why they have the ATMs. Oh, goodness. For me, I'm just trying to do $200, $300 per day because in my country, $2,500 is kind of good life. So I'm just trying to do it. I was trading crypto years ago and a little bit of Forex, and now I'm trying tops up. Well, there you go. And again, if you can afford the cost of combines, then keep on it. Keep going. Hey, good morning, Vadim. Good to see you. I set money aside from paychecks, thankful for tops up. Yeah, again, if you're smart, you're budgeting, you're disciplined. This discussion is just, you know, it's a broad-based discussion here because I just want to make sure that people are being responsible. You know, being in the casino yesterday, I see people who aren't being responsible, and I don't like seeing that. People addicted to gambling, people addicted to that chase. It's not a good thing to see. I would never be in a casino if the money, like, I've never been in a position where I've ever gambled with money that I couldn't lose. That's insane to me. I've never had a gambling issue. I've never had a gambling problem. I mean, that to me is like insane. I don't know how people get to that point or get to that level of desperation, but it's like that. I mean, it's like giving me heart palpitations even thinking about that. It's like crazy town. I've never been in debt. I'm the person who I literally make a part of my discipline routine in the morning is I pay off all of my credit card balances in full every single morning. And that's because I spend on my credit cards and I get cash back. So I pay off my credit card every single morning. I use it just like a charge card, any kind of cash back. Amexes you have to pay off every single month, but I pay off everything every single day, every single morning. And that's another habit of discipline and credit card companies hate me. I'm considered the opposite of an MVP or VIP. Credit card companies hate me as a client because I cost them money. I have not an 850, but close. I'm not at an 850. Close. But yeah, cash back cards, you get that cash back. Like Amazon Prime gives you 5%. Some of the cards I have give you 3%, depending on what the category is. Some give 5%, but yeah, deadbeat. Thank you. That's the word. I'm a deadbeat credit card user. Deadbeat. That's what they call me because I pay off my credit cards religiously. It's been a habit of mine for the last 10 or 15 years. Every single morning, first thing I do, log in, pay, zero balance, bingo. Best card in your opinion? I mean, that Robinhood one is like 4.5% cash back or something like that, isn't it? I thought it was discipline making my bed every morning. Yeah, you find little different habits that you can do that you could perform throughout the day that will have a positive effect. And here's the thing. People get so overwhelmed with all of these things, you know, I need to, like the New Year's resolution thing kills me, right? I'm going to start going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to do this. And you talk to that person 2 weeks later and nothing's changed in their life because they're too overwhelmed. I've found that getting to that level of discipline, it all starts with little micro changes. And you can give yourself the opportunity to, like, whatever is going to be easiest for you to start making those micro changes. Like, for instance, if you don't drink a lot of water, which you should be drinking a lot of water. I always have, carrying this around with me all the time. Drink a lot of water, right? You should be drinking a lot of water. Very important. But let's just say you're one of those people who, I don't drink enough water. Well, simple as this. Get a bottle of water and commit to just finishing without one bottle of water by the end of the day, which is not a huge ask, right? We're humans, we need water. But if you're having trouble drinking a lot of water, like start with that small of a change. Don't ask a lot from yourself. Something as simple as that. A small bottle of water, like a little 12 liter, whatever the heck it's called. That's it, right? Just start there. Something easy that you know that you can do, and then you continue doing that and see if you can do that for like a week or a month or whatever. I mean, it's little changes. Little tiny changes. Your bank hurts this one simple trick. Yeah, deadbeat. That's what they call me. Isn't that funny? Deadbeat. Credit card companies call me a deadbeat. Yeah, no, I know. I'm familiar with how merchant processors work and Visa works and MasterCard. Yeah, I'm familiar with all that. But yeah, they still call me a deadbeat. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people carry a balance on their credit cards and pay interest. A lot of people don't even, there's people out there that don't even understand how credit cards work at all, which is crazy to me. But they'll give them to anybody. If you order a large soda, order a medium to quit soda. There you go. That's great advice there, Will. Thankfully, I've never been a soda drinker myself, so stuck away from that. Is 12 liters 3 gallons? Sorry. 12 ounces. I'm sorry. Did I say 12 liter? It's good advice. That's how I quit smoking. There you go. Yeah. Anything is possible. I mean, your brain is extremely, extremely powerful. It really is. Your brain is a lot more powerful than you think it is. And you can accomplish so many things that with little tiny micro changes, you can change literally anything in your life there. What is the coupon code? Click the link. It'll give you the best price. We're going to get a better coupon code coming in here. We have some of the team for Top Step that's on vacation right now, so it'll be coming soon. Watch your IG while you killed it in poker yesterday. Well done. Almost. We're this close. Almost. Almost doesn't pay, though. Only actually pays, but yeah. Very, very close. Honestly, Rips, I agree with you, but if you dangle a bunch of money in front of people, we're going to try to reach for it. I agree. I know. But there you go. Self-control, discipline. We're a lot more powerful than we think we are. Amen. Very true. Okay, Lagarde is going to be yapping here. My credit card company just reduced my credit line because I haven't used it in 5 years. Time flies when you're not buying crap. There you go. Yeah, you do have to use, it depends. And that's one thing that I think might happen here too when the market starts to turn is they might, consumer credit might get a little squeezed. Squozing. All right, we are pushing up here. We do have room all the way up to just under 168 here. We'll see if we can knock these highs out. We're getting a little rally here in the S&Ps above VWAP. Maybe we can catch a little bit of trade here. Just looking at the order flow that's taking place. A little micro squeeze. I'm going to take a 2-lot on this, looking for this continuation. I will add on a pullback down to 25 here. I want to see this up and over these 40s here. 40s are a big key level here. It's kind of where we rejected back on July 17th. So this is a breakout area. I'm looking for the breakout trade of 40s here. We do have some liquidity that's resting just above this. So I want to see if we can tap into that. So Lagarde is speaking right now, and that's what can give us this little boot, scoot, and rally here. I'm going to add to that, actually. Looking for this clear out above 40s here. I want to see 45 get tagged here, actually. And again, I have room for a pullback down to 25. So this is a very high topping area here, but this is also a large blowout area, big blowout potential here if they stop capping these 40s. Give us a nice little squeeze. I like playing these inflection points of the market because it allows me to give temperature on where we are and allows me to add aggressively if we are getting pullbacks at certain areas. So I'm watching here. Again, I'm watching for a potential pullback all the way down to 25. So 40s, looking for cappers to disappear from 40s here. That gives me the signal to launch. If we get up and over here. Also room down to that 25 level. So 35s, we should find a little bit of support here. Watching. Adding right here. Nice little pump up, and we'll see if we can get up and over these 40s here. 41 is our average right now. So watching for this little burst of volume over 40. Adding right here. We did show bids at 37. I want to be aggressive into this now above this 40 pull. So I'm trying to get this aggression up and over 40. Seeing if we get, it's not what I want to see, is that failure under 35. Let's see if we can pick this back up above 35 here and go for this push again into those 40s. Watching. So just playing this range, looking for this pullback into those 40s. If we do break that 35 with strength, I'm going to refresh this lower. Watching here. Watching. Looking for this reclaim of 35 with strength. Okay, there's your 35 pull. Watching for this encroachment into 40s now. Should have this quickly pop up and over. Watching for this to cascade into these 40s here. Adding right here, full size, looking for this pop above 40 now. Okay, here it comes. We just need that one little pop over that 40 there. And we are a gravy train sitting on biscuit wheels. They rejected 40s again. That's 3 times now. Let's see if we can make it a 4th time. I'm surprised that pull didn't get us through. Okay, a little kerfuffle there, some refreshing rate at 35. Let's see if this is the one that gets us pulled through. Watching here. We should have this pop right through these 40s here. Okay, here's this 40 pull. Watching. Knock, knock. Just give me that one little pop through the 40s there. Okay, there's that bid support. Watching here for this push now to 45. They just need to stop selling that 40 pull. That's the 4th time they've done this. It's the only thing I'm watching for here. Just need to get through this 40. There we go. Watching. Right here should be the pull to 45 now. Okay, here we go. Try to get this pull real quick. That's not what I want to see right there. Yeah, pull that out. They were selling that too fast right below 45, which I don't really like. Unfortunate. Move my stop up. Didn't play out exactly like I wanted it. I wanted that stronger. We should have raced to 45. Over 40, we should be racing to 45 there. I'm guessing because Lagarde's speaking that it's like so slow and docile, but whatever. Annoying. We should get that snap through. I don't know where the resistance is coming from because it's not actually on the tape. It's just like the buyers are exhausting into that 45 area. But it is what it is. Watch now, we'll take 45s and I'll just shoot right through them. Rip's question, is there a way to see the market makers placing orders and knowing who they are, like NASDAQ book viewer? No. I mean, you can get the MBO, but that'll tell you like icebergs and all that. Yeah, it's just, I really, you know, in my part, that was just not a great read on the market. That was really just not a great read on my part. I thought through 40, we slam into 45, and then we're just starting to jam. But yeah, it's interesting on a breakout level like that. Usually we have a lot more stops being popped, and that's what I was trying to play into there. And I mean, there's a lot of liquidity backstopped at 55. So I thought that we'd race 40 pop, 45, gun that, and then stops are being popped up to 55. That's what I thought. So unfortunately, not the right read on my part, but still a small green trade here. It is very thin, and that's why I'm pushing on that level. You see these patterns set up enough times. It's a shame when they don't play out. I'm 90% sure that we're going to get a different move on that. So made 1,800 on it. There you go, Jeff. Nice. Good job. Yeah, I didn't expect this. Over 40 like this to chop sideways. I figured we would have tagged 45 very quickly. So I'm actually shocked to see this like this. Read is good, just delayed. Yeah, but when I'm trading full size like that, I need it here and now, right? I need the here and now. Otherwise, I have to cut it. It's too risky to hold through this consolidation because you'd say one thing. Lagarde says one thing, we flash down, right? Now they're sidestepping 45, but they're moving it down to front run it. So 2 p.m. algo will give it the juice. Yeah, it's just, this is not the price action I expected through 40s. Not at all. You can see even now we're having trouble to break 45, which doesn't make much sense. Questions regarding order blocks. Is a single candle order block better than a series of candles? You can have either one. What's most important that it follows the 4 criteria that we talk about in the webinar. Now, see, look at that. It's crazy that we're not squeezing through 45. See that? Rejection at 45, and there's nobody there. And then you see people are like panicking, trying to cover. But the problem is that they're not going to be able to push us back down because we have so much bid support that's like 35 to 38. Yeah, all the webinars are posted here. Let me send you the link. All the webinars that we've had are posted right here. Yeah, gone through 45s, but so slow to do so. And now front running 48s. We got liquidity at 50. But this should have happened in a matter of 20 seconds after we broke 40. Market price action always seems to have a different feel during OPEX Thursday through Friday. Yeah, OPEX is tomorrow, mind you. That is correct. That was the worst edge ever. So check this out. And you're gone. That's awesome. Some days just that slow grind up all day. Yeah, but there's certain levels, right? So when you come to certain areas of the market, there's certain things that happens where there's people that are positioned, right? There's people that are positioned in the market, and I'm playing off of that positioning. So we're kind of shooting up, but we're not. It's kind of like pushing up higher, but it's not. It's a lot of indecision there. 180 looks like a good target. Yeah, 168 would be my top end target. And I think we would have got there. Right. See, now we're driving. This is the drive I was looking for. Starting to drive without a pullback, but is what it is. Yeah, there's just certain areas of price action where I'm looking for certain pops of liquidity where you're catching people who are having obvious stops. There should be some obvious stops above 40 that we should be sweeping. And with low liquidity, that poppage should get us higher quicker, right? Where'd you place the attorney? 101st place. They only paid 84, so I did not cash. It is funny still, though, when we put on a position, you have still a majority of the YouTube chat that's like, sell it, get out now, sell it, sell it, get out. Trade your own trade. I was actually able to catch Deanna this morning from the London session. She was pretty good. No, she's very good. Let's be real. She's very good. Ever use Audible Tick Strike? I don't like it personally, but some people do. I like just watching the time and sales. Look at that pullback. Ugh. So back to those 140s, but still holding above. Options expiration. We had VIX expiry yesterday. Yeah. SPX tomorrow morning as well, right? Does trading live in front of people add pressure to your trading? No. When I first started, I mean, yes, there. Let's be honest. Yes, there's definitely a level of pressure, but it's not like, I don't really care. It is what it is. You also have hindsight capital employees telling you what you should have done. Yeah, it is what it is. I've always found there's that old saying, bees don't try to convince flies that isn't the same as honey, right? They don't waste their time doing that. Do you think it's a good thing to have a job apart for securities and trading? I mean, you should definitely have some source of income to fund your trading. Here's that 55. Just didn't want to go for us early on. Ronald Reagan said that? No way. Did he? Ronnie? American Fry. We're still running here. That's at 55 exchange. I might actually just trail this 50% of the bar now. Let's see. Netflix earnings after hours today. Netflix is number 12. Wait, they reported today or hold on. Hold the phone. Why was everybody in MC talking about that they were reporting yesterday? Let me see. Everybody's throwing me off. Let's see. Yeah, it is after the close today. Netflix, of course, was the when I played equities earnings. They cost me a cool $108,000 in 20 seconds. I think it's my worst earnings play ever. But I've had some insane earnings plays where I've done well over that. Watching UD and Dakota shows me you can be successful in the market trading different ways. Yes, we all trade completely different styles. Completely and entirely different styles. And that's what makes it beautiful. I'm going to move my stop up even tighter here using my hotkeys. Look at this. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. That's a very tight stop, but I like it. Is sniping a no-no on Top Step? What's sniping? It's a new one. I was able to shake President and Mrs. Reagan's hand at the opening of the Reagan Presidential Library. Very cool. I shook Bill Clinton's hand. We're on some island somewhere. Are we close to getting hotkeys with Top Step? I think so. I do think so. How do I use hotkeys to move the stop? These are custom hotkeys. These are absolutely custom hotkeys. Good gains, rips for the trades. Let's rock and roll, folks. Yeah, we got market is opening in 26 minutes. I'll move my stop up a little bit more here. 53 evens. We're cutting it very close, but I don't mind getting out of this trade here. I use the Stream Deck for hotkeys right here. And these are all custom for Ninja Trader. They are being released soon when they're ready. There we go. Stopped out. So that was our first trade of the day. Let's see what it puts us at here. Drum roll, please. And $3,100 on the day. There we go. Nice little nugget of juice to kick us off this morning. Anybody else catch that long? George says, I've been trading for 8 years now. I never thought of quitting my job to go full-time trading as long as I can do both. Why giving up a source of income? And this allowed me to compound. Amen. There you go. Very, very nice. Let me see here. What are we at on likes? Can we do a poll? If we're at 500 likes, we'll do a poll. We are at 439 likes. All right, let's get to 500 likes. Lickety split. We'll do a poll here. And if we get to 1,000 likes, we'll do some giveaways for some free Top Step combines. 68 is my upper deck target here for this one. One day I want to catch you drinking and post a great joke. Well, it's going to be a very long time because I'm never going to drink alcohol again. I'll be drinking anything other than alcohol, but 600 per account. Yeah, 634.60. And one is at 629.60. So there you go. What time you start going live? Every single morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, 5 a.m. Pacific, 7 a.m. Central. Been in since last night, up $8,300. Give it up for JL Smith in here. Nice work. That's what's up, bro. I love being sober. Yeah, it was not like it was just something that happened. I was just like, I don't miss drinking. I don't miss the hangovers. And then I realized I hadn't drank in a while. I said, I'm going to keep doing that. And quality of life went up. Went way up. Made 150 on that long MNQ. There you go. Hey. Karen Dula says 1400 Central Europe. That's 2 p.m. Nice. So I go live at 2 p.m. in Europe. Right around tea and biscuits time. 110 away from passing another combine. Passed my first yesterday. Let's go, Angela. Nice work. Celsius give you upset. You had a Red Bull. They don't have Celsius there. That's annoying. I even asked the cocktail waitress multiple times. You have any Celsius? It's in the gift shop. Okay, can you get one for me? Not allowed to. Please, I'll tip you well. Can't do it. Well, I'll settle for a Red Bull. By the way, Red Bull, if you're looking to sponsor, I love you. I think you're fantastic. Quit 14 years ago, one of the best decisions I've made. You know, I feel like I've kind of reversed my aging too ever since I stopped drinking. I don't know. Just my own personal take on it. Let's do a poll here. Will the NQ end the day above or below? And let's say 20,175. Above, below. There we go. Your votes are anonymous, so please vote honestly. Skin looks like poo whenever I drink. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I feel like if I look at pictures of myself, I feel like I look younger now than I did 5 years ago. And I know that seems crazy. Well, however long ago that was. I mean, I think this is the best, healthiest I've ever been. I mean, and I'm going to keep saying that every single year. So I find ways to become healthier every single year. Drink 40s and eat a Snickers in the AM. There you go. That is the breakfast of champions. We got El Campeón in the chat here. Do you intermittent fast for the last 8 or 9 years? Yes. 18.6. But I do it even gnarlier than that. Sometimes I'll do like my eating window is only 2 hours. So like a 22.2. No amount is safe. The new research is quite specific in that matter. No amount is safe. I mean, it's just, I'm not one of those people who's going to preach about you should stop drinking. You should make the choices in your life that make sense for you. Simple as that. How do we join Clubhouse? Here's a link. Drink water instead of Celsius. I drink a lot of water. Dude, you got me switched from the Monster to all the Celsius. There you go. You know, Monster still has Monster Ultra that's sugar-free. Once a month, I do a 48-hour fast. Other than that, I'm strictly 18.6. Yeah, 18.6 I think is the best one. 18.6 is the wave. 6 hours of eating is plenty. It's a big window of eating. You could do like a 20 and 4, and then you could say, okay, try to eat as much as you can in that 4-hour window. That helps a lot. If you're struggling with weight loss or diet, go into a 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window. Your eating window is like from noon until 4 p.m. Not a single bite of food after 4. Change your life. Can link here the article that says the same legit medical research journal who released World Health Organization released it last year. Surprised that they're putting that information out there. Usually you want to keep people drunk and high and enslaved. Tinfoil hat. 18.6 works great for me. Doesn't feel challenging. Really frees up time. Yeah, 100%. Is it me or Rips kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds because the 100%. Could you explain why you took that trade? I was talking through it as I took it. 40 breakout. Big area inflection point. It's awesome. Also what will get me the flack from the wonderful haters that we have out there that are always like, Rips buys the top, Rips sells the bottom. No, these are inflection points. These are breakout trades, breakdown trades. Statistically, they work out in the long term. Never been high, but I like to try it. You're not missing much, in my opinion. Everybody's different. Weed is actually one of the more addictive substances out there, believe it or not. Physically addictive, too. You'll get insane withdrawals if you're a heavy weed smoker. 70% long tilt on the indices. Interesting. Yeah, this could be just a grind up all day. You know, we could have off the open a nice huge pop to sweep everybody who's short and then come back down, get everybody confident in shorts, and then slowly grind up all day until we have like a blow off top into power hour. That's exactly what could happen. I do copy trade. I use Replicano. Here's the link for Replicano. You have any teaching videos? All of the videos are located here as well as on the YouTube channel. How it works, your code, click on the link. That's it. Sugar's number one. Not for me. I hate sugar. I burned for 25 years, take random months off with no issues. Interesting. Are you smoking the stuff that they're releasing lately? The stuff that they come out with now. They got the rosin or rosin. It's like concentrate, which is insane. A lot of THC. It's not the stuff that they had back in the day. Back in the day, it was like, it was chill. How do you use Bookmap so zoomed out? I mean, that's pretty zoomed in. Zoomed out, you're looking at certain areas of the structure and it consolidates the volumes, the volume bubbles. So you get sugar naturally, though. There's sugar naturally from nature. The U.S. should consider scaling back deductions for mortgage interest and state and local taxes, raise gasoline and diesel taxes. Interesting. Thank you for that, Lewis Jackson. NQ should reject after a 180 sweep and structure shift and not 310 as the target. Thank you for that, Goober. I like where your head's at. How do you journal a trade? Like, what do you put down? Do you do it before or after your trade or both? Tops have added this. I want to make focus on my trading from now on. I use OBS to record my screen, go back. So one of the tricks that you could do is if you have a notepad on your desk, you write down the time of day that you took a trade. That's it. Just write down the time of day. And then you go back and you scrub your OBS recording for exactly what time you took the trades and then go back and journal them there. That's the easiest way that I've found personally. First stream I watched of you in 2 months, you look a lot leaner. I went down from, I was like at 15 or 16% body fat to now gunning for 10. That 12% down to 10% is tough. It's the hardest one, getting down to 10%. Gotta be extra lean. Hey, Rips, are you playing the same way now on NQ that's getting a double top? If so, what are you looking at? Well, we've been pushing since 20,100. So there's a point in time where buyers are going to get exhausted. We're going to pull back, and then we're going to see if there's bid support. So I'd be waiting for that for longs. We are also coming into the open here in 15 minutes, so that's going to introduce some more liquidity. We're going to have some machines turning on here in about 5 minutes and then another 5 minutes. So all of these factors make it a little bit risky, so I'm going to stay out until after the open. Journaling changed everything. It is very, very important to journal, folks. Very, very important. Been hitting pool laps twice a day and doing chair dips all morning. There you go, Richard. Hey, Tomas, welcome. There we go. What does my diet consist of? High protein, low carb. All natural, all organic. Well, mostly organic stuff, but high protein, low carb. How many meals a day? Depends on what cycle I'm on. You know, like if I'm on a cutting cycle or if I'm on a bulking cycle. And also if I have a chef and they're doing like bulking meals for me versus like right now in Vegas, we don't have a chef. We have it's like a meal prep service. But I've been sort of in a cutting cycle right now. I guess cycle is the wrong word because cycle is synonymous with like steroids, but yeah, I still call it a cycle, like routine, cutting routine. It's still a cycle. Pray for my legal battles. I'm fighting for my life, boss. Good luck to you, Nick. Prayers up for you. More reps to join the Market Clubhouse. How do I get in? Check your email. If you signed up, you check your email. You can call it a cycle for weight loss. Yeah, anytime you talk about weightlifting, though, in cycles, people always think steroids. Yeah, I'm on that trend. I'm huge. I'm on that good juice, yeah. I'm yoked. Lagarde says no breach determined rates going forward. That is correct. Nice, sell this up for some longs. I'm hoping. I see it the same way, Epic Gamer. I see it the same way. I think that we're going to hit some longs here. I'm going to grab another Blue Mountain. Give me a second. There we go. Oh, yeah. I love that sound. It's just so good. Have I ever had my testosterone levels checked? No. I haven't had the need to. I was considering TRT, but then it's just like once you start it, you can't stop it. So I'm just good. I got some good natural testosterone flowing through me. There's certain signals that you can have specifically in the morning with how your T levels are doing. Certain natural ways to check your own testosterone. Certain signals, yes. What do we I really tried to keep a straight face there. We are coming higher here. 168 is the target to the north side here. Let's see if we hit it. Is this a signals class? Yeah, a certain type of signal. TRT for 7 years, been off since November, and test is in the gutter. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's, a couple of my friends were on it. They're like, oh, you got to get on it. You got to get on it. And then I, did some research on it. It's just like, once you pop, you can't stop. It's like, nah, I trust my body for now. Maybe when I get up a little bit older, maybe we'll see. I'm not blushing. Not at all. Paper straws. No, plastic all the way. Because you know what? F those turtles. When are we going to start talking? Oh, no, we're not. Jack, get out of here. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, the NQ shows signs of low testosterone. It very well could on the open. Then we seek some liquidity lower, maybe like 82 3/4. No turtles in Nevada. Maybe in the Hoover Dam. Maybe they're swimming around there. You're eating well. Lifting your level should be where it needs to be. Yeah, I mean, I lift weights 6 days a week. Generally, maybe 5 days some weeks, maybe 4. Very, very few. I'm one of those weirdos that I really enjoy getting out there. It elevates my mood when I'm working out. I enjoy it quite a bit. What? I'd put a turtle in my mouth for $1 million? You got a unhinged jaw there, my friend. I don't know how you could fit a turtle in your mouth, but hey, hats off to you. We all have different skills that God bless us with, and some people can fit a turtle in their mouth. Vegas Vacation. I got to watch that movie again. This is a great movie. One of my favorites, actually. Nick Papagiorgio hitting the heater in the Mirage. All right, folks, if we can get it up to 1,000 likes, we will keep the party bus rolling through the open here. We are at 600. Question on Top Step channel, do they give out plays or signals? Let me tell you this. And this is not like I'm not digging at you, but I'm just trying to keep it real with you. If you're looking for signals, you should stop. If you want to learn something, you should learn the process behind it. You want to learn to do this for yourself. If you're relying on signals, you're not going to learn much. So if you're looking for signals, I would say probably look for something else. And it's not a dig at you. I just think that there's not much value in signals. All natural is the best way, 48 and still going strong. Nice, K. George. There you go. Yeah, so if we get up to 1,000 likes, we'll trade the open here. If not, we'll come back for Friday. No big deal. Sorry, my trading with signals, worst thing you can do with your money, period. There you go. Hey, there's some feedback, some anecdotal feedback. But yeah, I think that you should learn why is something moving? What's the process behind it? Why is the price where it's at that price? What's causing it to move? Why is it going up? Why is it going down? Ask yourself those questions versus like, somebody's telling me to buy here. I don't know why, but hey, I want to make some money. Okay, yeah, it's still new. Yeah, I don't think no, Top Step is not going to give you signals. I will talk you through my trades, but if you're just blindly following me, I'm going to have losing days. I'm never going to shy away from that. I'm going to show you my trade from the beginning of my trade to the end of my trade every single time. If you want to get gaslit, there's other streamers out there who will continually gaslight you. They're only going to show you their winning trades. They're only going to show you after the trade is on. They're going to call both sides. They're going to say, well, I think the market can go up here. I also think the market can go down here. And then whichever way it goes, they're going to say, see, look, I told you. Right? Oh, see, look, I told you guys the market was going to go down. Best in the world. I don't know who, for example. Blows me away on how much Rips makes even before the market. Yesterday was 10K. Hey, 7 a.m. trades. There you go. 7 a.m. trades. That's the one. You can learn so much just watching. I agree. If you just sit back and you watch, you just try to be a sponge. I mean, like this right now. Look at this. We were looking for 168 was a topping area. We came exactly to the topping area. What was this? The high was 162 halves. The high here, 162 halves. Literally right there. I was looking for 68s, but rejection at a double top. That's technical, right? So that's like your Dakota trade. Doesn't take any order flow. It's purely technical analysis. That's it. Right? Did you go bust at the poker table yesterday? Yeah, I got 101st place out of about 900 people. And they paid 84 spots. And I was exhausted. No excuses, though. It was all me. I played my nuts off. But I was exhausted. It was almost 12-hour session, so. Nobody on Top Step TV calls their entries at the moment or before. It's always, I took a longer short, blah, 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 many moments later. Let me explain why, though. I mean, I tried to do it my way, which is like I talk you through the trade the moment it goes on. And I tried to do my regular style where I'm saying, all right, I'm in a trade. And 90% of the chat was like, well, you shut this Rips guy up. Why won't he stop? He's talking over people. It's like, okay, fine. I'm not going to share my trades. I'm not going to share my entries. It's fine. I'm just going to go with the flow of the discussion. So I tried to do that for like the first couple weeks that I was on. I've been almost on for a year now on Top Step TV, but I tried to do that for the first little bit that I was on. And people were just, hey, where's the off button for Rip? Like, okay, fine. I don't have any problem. I don't need to share anything. Just joined the Clubhouse. Welcome there, Moises. You have a Richard Milne? I might. Who knows? You never know. Hey, Rips, you're right. Switching to trading micros in my XFAs saved my account. Trading XFAs in my experience are different than trading combines. Yeah, it's all mental too. But yeah, micros all the way. For what it's worth, I loved when you did that on Top Step TV. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. But it is what it is. I'm just happy to go with the flow. Just no skin off my back, you know? Rips, while I enjoy tournaments, I feel I get much better ROI in cash. I hate playing for 8 to 10 hours and bubbling. Yeah, 100%. I'm with you, Spastric. Actually, my wife talked to me about that she was half asleep when I came home last night. And she's like, are you going to play any other tournaments this week? I said, I'm probably going to play cash tomorrow. We're going to see what's going on at the Wynn. They have a 25-50 game that's juicy. So if there's at least 4 people playing 25-50, I'll probably play that. We'll see. But some folks in chat, you just can't win. We either talk too much or we're not talking at all. Make up your mind. Yeah, I know. That's the other one too. It's funny. You were higher than that at one point. I was probably like top 20 in chips. I don't know. I was top 20 in chips, but mental exhaustion. It's tough playing for 12 hours straight. And I switched tables, and I was the new player at the table. They were an established table, and I ended up just not being able to do it. All right, so it was 1,000 likes we were looking for. We got to 718. I'm gonna go trade in the Discord right now since we have the open coming up. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Join me then. Let's have a fun Friday. We are finishing up our day $3,168. Take care, everybody. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. Trade safe. Have fun today. Don't party too hard, okay? Take care, everybody. Go check out Top Step TV, please. It's a place to be. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.